Good afternoon, class. My name is Ray, and today I'm very excited because we have a great lesson plan ahead of us today. We are going to be revolving around a very interesting region in the world. It is South Asia, Southeast Asia. It's a very crazy place. It's a very exotic place, and I'm looking forward to teaching you guys about this area. So let's get started. If you guys are ready, if you get by it really quickly today, I'll have a little bit of a reward for you guys later that will help you guys on the test. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. But first things first, I am thirsty. I'm going to have some water right now. Water is great. Who likes soda? Who likes Coca-Cola? Soda's good, but you know what? Water is more important. That's actually a little bit of today's subject. It is about water. Water is a source of life. Plants, animals, and human beings rely on water to survive. Now let's take this to a next level here a little bit. The concept is, how does a nation rely on water to survive? So let's think about it in a way of a geographical region, like a river, a lake, a sea. How does that geographical region affect a nation? So keep the concept of this water region, geographical regions in your mind today as we go over this lesson, okay? So let's go ahead and take it to the board, and let's go ahead and go with this question. How does a nation rely on water to survive? Let's go ahead and go to the board. Let's get some suggestions going. So, what is something that a nation relies on water for? Anyone? What's that? Oh, yeah, you're very right, of course. Drinking water, right? Bathing water, right? So let's put drinking, bathing. This is very important for us because we need to drink water to survive, and we need to bathe and take showers, or we'll be very, very stinky people, right? Okay, so let's get some other suggestions going. All right, number 2, let me get another one. Electricity, very good. Okay, so electricity, that's a very smart answer, by the way. Electricity is one thing that a nation relies on water for. It's called hydropower. Basically, a water goes through a machine and pushes the gears, and that gear produces electricity. Let's go on for another suggestion. Third one. Anyone? Yeah. Great. That is the most important answer for today. The third thing is agriculture. Now, why is agriculture so important when it comes to water? Well, because the nation needs water to basically water the crops, and that crops feeds the nation. So if we didn't have that water, the whole nation would starve. So let's go ahead and revolve around agriculture, water, how it affects a nation, and let's go ahead and go into our chapter today that we're going to talk about. So let's go ahead and start our first chapter here. I'm going to go ahead and read this little paragraph, but I want you guys to keep 2 questions in mind, okay? So the first question is, why do complex civilizations depend on productive farmland? So what we were just talking about, why do they rely on farmlands? Second is, what might happen to a civilization if a climate change or if a river dries up and affects the nation, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and read this first paragraph. The title of this is, How Did Rivers Contribute to the Development of Civilizations? Okay? So let's go ahead and read it all together, okay? The regular flooding of the Ganges River and other rivers during the rainy season deposits rich soil on the northern plains. This fertile soil has been farmed by the people of India for many centuries. A rich civilization known as the Gupta developed on these plains. The art, literature, philosophy, mathematics, and science developed during its golden age, and it still influences the world. So let's go ahead, keep that in your mind. Before we get into Southeast Asia and geography and the climate, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what you guys know about the region of Southeast Asia, South Asia. Is there anything that you know about the region? Do you know any countries, anyone? Okay, good. Have you guys heard of the Himalayas? It is one of the most famous mountain ranges in the world. It's a very big mountain range, right? I have a picture for you guys. Let me go ahead and show you. This is the Himalayas. All these mountains, right? It's great. Interesting, right? I'm going to show it to you guys real quick. What else? Mount Everest, that's correct, yes. And I also have a picture of that. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world, and it actually is located in the Himalayas, right? There's been a lot of stories about people who climbed the Mount Everest, a lot of dangerous stories about people surviving. This is a little a map of how someone climbed from the bottom all the way up to the top of Mount Everest. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and just kind of go on here. Let's go ahead and get into the chapter right now. So the first thing we need to talk about, oh, and I heavily suggest this to you guys. Actually, why don't we all do this? Why don't you guys take out your notebooks, and let's go ahead and just do what the textbook says. Let's make a chart, and it's very important that we make a category of different subjects. So let's go ahead and copy that chart on the textbook right here, and basically just on the left side of factors, just put in the different things like geography of the Indian subcontinent, the Indus River civilization. There's Aryans, Hinduism, Buddhism. Let's go ahead and put all that in there. And if you guys, when we talk about it today during the lesson, go ahead and jot in the little detail that you learned from today into the chart, okay? All right, you guys. You guys ready?